Welcome back, AfterBuzzers. We're here for tonight's last episodes of Shahs of Sunset, Season 7, Episode 15. Oh, we've got so much to talk about. We've got some exciting news that MJ shares. Gigi loses it. And I feel like we got a lot of closure, right? Mm-hmm. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, our last dance. We better give it all. Yeah. We better give it our all. And do a little bit of the burning.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
Already singing the champagne.
I know. I want to be able to talk though. True. Welcome back, you guys. This is our last episode. I am super excited, but before we begin, I would love my lovely panel to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hey everyone, my name is Mayte Carrillo.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Nycole Hutchens.
Hey everyone, it's Dania Marie.
And I am Cristal McLaughlin. Welcome back, you guys. Again, like I said, we have so much to talk about. Overall thoughts about the episode.
You know what? I don't know, maybe I was emotional today, but I was feeling like everyone's emotions on the show. Mm-hmm. Some laughs, some, sad moments. But overall, I loved it.
Yeah, you were waving. You were waving. I was waving. Then at one point, I was like, "Hold up!" I was like, "Hold up, wave it over here too," because we got very emotional. So yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think it was a lot packed into one episode. Very exciting. Definitely more exciting than the first part of the reunion. So I think I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it delivered, and it kind of made up for the last reunion.
Yeah.
The last episode. But then at the same time, there's some tidbits that I wanted them to dig a little bit deeper in, which they didn't. But we'll talk about that.
I felt like they could definitely have done maybe like a third episode. Maybe not a full hour, but definitely like something. They could have digged in deeper in certain aspects of the show, right?
Sure. But it was overall, I think, a good balance.
It was so good. It was so good. It touched on all the stuff that we talked about all season, which was like the drama, right? Like the biggest, I think, the meatiest part of the show. And actually, I thought this was like the best episode they had besides the wedding, of course, because I mean, who doesn't love a good shit show wedding, right? Can I say that word?
Yeah.
Oh,
you already did. We're live.
We are live.
Oh, we have our live chat up too, so if you want to chime in and join the conversation,
yes,
log in,
please.
Let us know. I'm reading all of your comments.
Yes.
Kimberly says, hey.
Yay, hey, Kimberly.
I asked, what did you all think about this episode? She said, it still seems like a finale episode.
It does. It definitely does. Mm-hmm. So we opened this episode with some exciting news. MJ and Tommy announced to Vita that they are pregnant.
Yay!
Congrats, MJ and Tommy.
All I could think about was, yes, I'm super excited for her, but I was a little sour because she was here and she didn't tell us. Remember? And it was so funny when Gigi said, "Oh, I knew because she wasn't drinking." That was like the thing that I was like, dang, we should have known because she didn't drink when she was here, and we didn't want to be pushy, obviously, because she's a guest. But if we were at a party, I would have been like, no, you're gonna have a shot with me.
Yeah. But I thought just because she was probably watching her figure, I didn't really get much into
that girl always drinks. Okay, hold on. Something went flying. My earring. Oh well, I'll get it later.
And she was like, and we were nervous too while she was here. So I think that's why we weren't concentrating.
Yeah. Definitely. We heard the heartbeat. It was such a beautiful moment. And, Vita I was just happy that Vita didn't say anything super gnarly. You know what I mean? What did you ladies think about the moment? Did you find that it was special? Did you feel like, I don't know, like it was memorable?
I was expecting more, or at least waiting for more emotion from Vita. And I didn't get like that much of it. Like she was happy for MJ or whatever, but I think I wanted to see a little bit more from her.
Yeah, I think for me, I wasn't surprised that Vita's reaction was just kind of, mellow, like, oh, congratulations. I don't know. That sounded Jamaican. But anyway, but I'm just glad that she was receptive to the news and, oh, congratulations, So,
at least that.
At least, she reacted the way, like you said, as I thought that she would. And it was so funny because then after she was like, and you're wearing wearing those heels, like
always something.
I was
Always
like,
something.
it wouldn't be Vita without her
Had
adding
to.
something a little bit into it, which was funny.
I think the reason why she was quiet, and I'm glad that you brought it up, was because she was a little uncomfortable. She was like,
it did.
Yeah,
it
it made
look
her a
like
little
that.
uncomfortable, but I don't think in a bad way. She's just excited. I felt like this was the most quiet that I'd ever seen her. So she was like processing the whole thing, right? So I felt like that's why she was like, oh, this is
Yeah,
great.
she just sat there for like a few seconds. She was in shock. Yeah.
But I think it was like a good reaction. Like the reason why she targeted MJ's heels was because it made her feel comfortable. She was feeling a little uncomfortable, and that's why she did it. It wasn't necessarily because, she was trying to throw shade. It was just Vita trying to get back in her element, which is, just be mama bear, I guess, if that's what you want to say. But I loved that. I love that moment. I love that it was Tommy that presented it to her, and I love that MJ sat back and he just watched the entire thing happen. Right? He was just like, but listen to the heartbeat. Like he's so excited, like a kid in the candy store. The most beautiful moment. So congratulations, MJ! Yay! So besides the baby announcement, I also wanted to talk about the relationship between Vita and MJ. A lot of the episode, they talked about, Vita here or not this episode, but like throughout the season, my bad. They talked a lot about Vita and like how she's changed and how she's made a transition for the good. Did you feel like she was authentic in the season or the reunion? I want to say season finale. I guess it is the season finale. But do you feel like she was, I don't know, do you feel like she was genuine in her response to Andy when he asked her, are you happy with the relationship you have now, and so on and so forth? What did you ladies
I felt
think?
that she was sincere, and I'm glad that Andy brought that up.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, she was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it's like she got it. Like, I was looking at her body language as well. So, yeah, I felt it was genuine.
Yeah.
I think Vita has definitely made a big change. I'm not sure if the passing away of Shams had anything to do with like softening her up, because after that we see her just like melt away into like this love with MJ that we've never really seen before, and she's kind of carried with it. Like it hasn't gone away yet, except for the wedding. But I mean, that's stressful.
Yeah.
So, but actually, she behaved pretty good
for
that wedding.
I wish they would dig a little bit deeper and talk more about what made them connect so much. Because in past seasons, they've had such a big disconnect to the point where like MJ can't hold a conversation with her mom without her storming out or anything. So I would want them to, maybe next season, they can just talk a little bit more about how they were able to create this bond just for everybody else that's watching.
I feel like they did, though. They touched on it at some point about her realizing that she had to be, a better mother because Sham passed away.
Right. But then, like, I feel like they also didn't, we didn't get to see them. I don't know. I feel like there was like something else missing there, because I felt like there was a lot of appreciation. Maybe. I think there was a lot of it started off with a lot of appreciation about one another. Yeah. Like, I appreciate you having you in my life, which is great.
And forgiveness. And I'm like,
too, right, and forgiveness. Yeah. But I don't know. I think I wanted to see how they were able to get past whatever happened in the past and then just move forward.
Well, who knows? They might have another show thanks to
or like
Mayte,
if they went to therapy or something.
That's what I'm saying. But like if they can, fix their relationship, that would be like, especially, with that culture, it's like really hard. You're kind of stuck in your ways. So that would actually be like an amazing show to watch. I would want to watch it. I'd want to know, especially coming from, that background. Not me specifically, but like coming from a background where there's like a lot of cultural differences from being like American and growing up in, in another country. I think that would be an amazing show. Think about that.
Yeah, and Vita is so set in her ways.
Yes.
You can't change someone. Yes. I mean,
what was the shift?
What was the shift? Because I feel like as they get older, it gets worse. Sorry, Mom.
Oh, of course.
But like, it's just they're so set in their ways that there is no way that you cannot get them to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I meant. Like, I just want, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It was like a big jump.
It was a big jump. Yeah.
and in a good way.
In a good way,
Yeah.
yes.
No, I definitely love that. And she still has her little, Vita ways, but like she's come around a lot. And I think, that's great that you brought that up because I think that would be an amazing show. Andy, hello. Hello, we're helping you here. If anybody had, I always wonder if the cast is watching.
Yeah.
And if you are, you should get in the live feed. But besides that, maybe run that across to Andy. I mean, who knows? Maybe you guys will get a show. And then you have to come on and talk about that, right?
Yeah,
that's gonna be the trade-off. Well, I just feel like Mayte has something special to share.
I do. I always have something special to share with you guys. So today, it's extra special. Hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There really is no other network that works better to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you. And you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow because, of course, all of us need to continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they are optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did in the comments, and we will shout you out, not next week, but in our Twitters or IG stories. We will take it upon ourselves to shout you out.
Yes.
So for now, thank you so much for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV Talk.
Yes, absolutely. And if we miss this, send us a DM. You guys have our Instagram name, so please feel free.
You want these DMs.
Well, we got.
I kid you not.
Well, I was telling her there was a
DM.
fan that reached out, and she was talking to me about the show. And she watches also Southern Charm. And she's a huge fan of ours. So I was like, yeah, girl, we had a full-on conversation over Thanksgiving break, and I was just like, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. So yes, I think her name is Lizzie. I'm so bad at this.
We definitely have to shout her out. Yeah.
Let me find her right now. But besides that, now we should definitely get into Gigi, you guys. Gigi. I don't even know where to begin. Can we say I don't want to say hot mess because
Loch Nessa.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't want to throw shade at her because she's in a sensitive place right now. And I want to see her progress. And I think she has a big, good heart. I just want to say she kind of reverted back to old ways, and I'm hoping and wishing that, that this doesn't stick around, especially because at the end, when they used the S-Fon, she said that she wanted to have more patience and stuff. So I appreciate that she's even aware of that, and I hope that she gets help, and I really wish her the best of luck. But we do have to talk about it, so sorry. That was my nice spiel, but now we got to be real about this. I mean, not that wasn't real, but, we just got to be honest about her behavior. I was really turned off by the fact that she tweeted so many nasty things to Nima, specifically one that I wrote down that said... basically the F word, Nima in the butt with his sister's hand. And, I don't know about you guys, but I would have a real issue with that. If somebody that I was interested in said something like that, that is beyond disrespectful. You say it to, fine, say it to me. If you want, but social media and you're on this huge platform and your family's on there and everybody is seeing this, that's embarrassing. Not just for her, but for his family, for, his family probably gave him the worst stuff about it, and what did you ladies think about that?
I don't understand why this wasn't brought up when she was sitting down across from him. Why was this brought up when she wasn't there? When she rolled up and she was walking towards everyone after she disappeared and then came back, he just stood there quiet.
Yes.
He didn't say anything, and he didn't continue on the conversation. He kind of looked a little bit shocked
I
to
think
see
he's
her.
scared of her.
Really?
Yes.
Nima? Yeah.
He is a little bit. And by the way, it is Lizzie. It's Liz. And
yes.
Yes. You're friends with her. You're friends with her. But so hi Liz. That was really high pitched. Yeah, she was saying she loves watching us, you guys, and she totally gets in the live chat. She's always up and up on us.
Thanks,
so
Liz.
thank you so much. See, we're telling you we will shout you guys out. Make sure you and she sent me a DM, and my stuff is private, but if I see that you're not a crazy weirdo, I will respond. So sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so
here she goes. I know this is gonna be good.
I
need to know.
I mean, you know what? I'm actually feeling kind tonight, so I'm not gonna go like too in. But clearly, this woman is like really high off the ganja. Okay, so first of all, those tweets were completely out of line.
Yes.
And just for those of you out there, you're going to have to look it up yourself because they were actually way more explicit than that.
Yes.
We gave you the PG version, okay? I could tell that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for Nima. Like,
oh, yes.
Completely done.
Came for the family.
Right. You come for the family. And then, I mean, the fact that she used his sister in that to make that description, that's disgusting.
I had that visual too.
Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you just like, she implemented everything. Family, incest, just everything in there. It's like, what was she on? She had to have been on something.
I don't think so.
To say something like that.
I don't know.
But see, what I want to know is what led up to those tweets.
Yeah.
Like, did they talk about that?
No,
did
he
they
said
go
nothing.
into detail? He said
just
nothing. She
started
just went out of
doing it.
nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. I think
Gigi?
something happened behind the scenes.
Send us a
Obviously,
Twitter.
Maybe they were texting each other back and forth. He may have said something that
triggered her.
But
you know
and
what?
Then she just went off.
I disagree though, because Destiny went in there with great intentions.
Okay.
Didn't go off.
That's true.
And she immediately, what did she say to her? She basically said,
You come in like really heated,
you came in
and
really
all this
heated.
energy that you're bringing, and it's like,
Yes.
what are you talking about? She came in concerned
came
for her.
in
That was
with
Right.
so
really
much
out of
love
line.
and consideration and like good intentions, and she just totally flipped out on her. And we talked about it last time, and we said that was us. Like, we would totally be like, especially you and I, we're like, oh no,
No, we're not putting. No, no.
That's not okay.
Right. I mean, but the smallest things trigger her. So what I'm saying is, I personally don't feel like she just blurted that out. Maybe he said something, not realizing what
You look pretty
triggered
today.
her. Maybe. I don't know.
But
But
at the
I
same,
just
like, you never know with Gigi. You don't know
Yeah.
how she's gonna wake up in the
No.
morning and her reactions, or you just don't know.
You don't know.
Do you think
and
that
that's
also-
what's concerning.
Yeah, do you think it also could be, you know, she's always talking about how she's playing him and how it's easy to manipulate him. And I feel like she knows that she has like that grip on him. So I feel like she feels that she has the right to go on and like tell him those things. And he usually takes it because he's like so in love with her that supposedly he says. And then he becomes scared of her because he'll like do anything to please her.
But
I feel
like that's why it kind of works.
That's what I'm
Because she
saying.
wants that with him, and he wants that with her. He wants a dominance. Because they
you think he likes
I
dominant
think
women?
maybe I think
he's
maybe he
mentioned
was
it. He's
into
mentioned
it.
it.
Really?
He's mentioned
But
it.
once she started saying those stuff, I think he was like, "Oh, hold up."
Oh, I didn't realize he was
Yeah.
that. It's like, okay, you're a little kinky versus like S&M.
So maybe she was right whenever she said, "You're all talk, like you're not down, you're all talk."
You know, I feel like she was teasing him right there.
They both were teasing each other.
Yeah.
But he
But
made
I mean,
himself way
she
too
did-
available.
Well, yeah, that's
Right.
true. Yeah.
Right. That was just too much. You know, they also mentioned the fact that she's been smoking too much. You know, like you said earlier, do you think that she's smoking too much? I mean, she was high as a kite when she was there at the reunion. Like, do you think that's a factor in like
Yes.
her behavior?
Absolutely. I think it's messing with her chemical. She has like some type of chemical imbalance, I think, is happening. I'm not saying that to try to be funny. I
No.
really think that.
I totally agree. I 100% agree. Even MJ said she said you can't feel, life.
Right. You're so hot. Yeah.
You're so high.
And she was high last reunion too.
Yeah. Well, she said herself, I'm high all the time.
Yeah, and she had that panic attack. I mean, that's unfortunate because, like, I get it. She's taking it instead of meds for her RA, and her the awful thing is like hearing her say like, "Oh, my mom turned me onto this," but at the same time, I'm like, that kind of sucks because like her mom means well, but at the same time, like that's not necessarily like the best thing for her, to an extent. Like maybe some CBD, like, and I get it, like. I have joint issues, so I tried CBD once. Oh no, because I'm not a pot smoker, but I tried CBD once, and it was even that I could feel it, and I was just like, oh no, I can't function on this. And it's not supposed to have like, you're not supposed to have a reaction to it, but like everybody's so different. And that's what I'm saying. Like her reaction to this, it might be good for her physically, but like mentally it's not good for her. And like, you know, maybe she, you know, with her company, maybe she can find some sort of strain where she can, you know, get, you know, like what CBD is doing, but maybe a little stronger and not the high effect that messes with her mental state, because let's just say it makes you look a little crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope.
I think she might know that. She just likes to.
Yeah. She
lot.
definitely
she
knows
definitely
that.
loves, for
I
sure.
wonder if she watches these episodes and she like thinks to herself like how embarrassing, you know what I mean? I mean, she was cracking up a lot about the Woosaw thing. She has a good sense of humor about like that. But like when you watch something like this, like she kind of got really, you know, they talked about a lot of the nasty stuff that she did. Like, do you feel bad? Do you feel like empathy? You know, I don't know. I'm wondering.
I feel like every season there's something going on with her. And I really thought coming into the season that we were going to see a different side of her. And it kind of started that way.
It did.
And but this like episode specifically just really made me think about old Gigi.
It did.
And Loch Nessa. And it was disappointing.
It was.
Yeah. And then also the fact that she said she's trying to have a baby, but then control.
Right.
I'm like, how is that?
When she said that, I was like, no, girl, you can't have a kid right now.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, a
You
child
guys-
is a blessing. But
Of course. I just want to, with the whole baby stuff, because, you know, she brought up the fact that she's going to get herself pregnant. I know that sounds weird coming out like that, but did you notice her reaction when MJ announced her pregnancy? I don't know. I was sensing some type of a little bit of jealousy there. I don't know.
It almost reminded me of MJ when Asa announced her pregnancy, and that's what I wrote here. And I said to myself like, oh no, she's doing what, you know, MJ did to Asa. But then she was really trying at the end and saying like, you know, she'd be an amazing mother when her own mother wouldn't say that.
Andy didn't even bring up the fact that Asa was like the whole conversation between Adam and Asa, and then he didn't even bring up the whole thing of
You better write a letter, girl.
Because everybody always, even in our comments or certain people that I chat with that watch Shahs of Sunset, they're like, oh, I miss Asa. Like, they always think about Asa.
They do.
So it would have been nice to just incorporate her or
you
have that
know,
conversation. But
MJ did say that, you know, Asa was just there just for the show. You know what I mean? I mean, she's living the good life right now. She's married to a Jackson.
You milk it. If you're on the show, you milk it. You milk your business,
but I think
you milk your brand.
Yeah, but I think that's why she's probably, you know,
she
not
got what
that
she wanted and then
close.
she left.
She took off. And hey, no, I'm not even mad about it. Like, you do your duty. Like,
you do you, boo. Do you.
Yeah, so then we move on with Mike. Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Can I just say his facial expressions alone had me laughing the entire episode.
I kept watching his face. I'm like, are you permanently mad?
So no, but he was smiling a lot when there was like someone being like called out, or like you see someone like in their demise, and he's like Chester the cat or something.
So got an evil look on.
Yes, he's just too much. They brought up the fact that he and Morgan, you know, they broke up, and that the reason why they broke up was because he was not being an honest, true man to her. And she was like, again, we all know this. We're just kind of going over it all over again. Basically, she just told him like, I'm gonna kick rocks because you're not serious.
Yeah.
Do you think that in the episode prior to this, he's talking about respecting women. Do you see him respecting women? Because it's like, there's Morgan, he brings up Jessica, he talks about Destiny, he talks about,
What kind of question is that? No, Cristal.
No, well, but I want to be fair. Like, he talks about, so I'm making my case because I don't. But he talks about Destiny and outing her, you know, on the Jeff Lewis show. I mean, it's just like shade after shade after shade.
Oh, it's shade, but then he's like, but I love women.
But
I
I
respect
love
women.
women.
It's shade for
Every
like, you know, gay
time.
people.
The fact
no,
that
but
you
I
have
love
to
gay
say
people.
that out loud. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you don't really have any true respect because the fact that you had to make that statement.
Right.
And I want to go into real quick about when they
tell me,
played
girl.
that
Tell me,
tape,
girl.
okay,
Tell
of him
me.
on the little, you guys are funny, on the radio show and him, outing Destiny. Y'all, I'm so disappointed. I don't know if I could bring that up right now, but
Bring it up, girl.
Okay, so she obviously clarified what she likes and what she's into. Clearly, my last week's prediction was
Your
wrong.
prediction.
You guys, I felt so confident in my prediction. The show, you editors are really good. That was very deceiving, okay? But anyway, yeah, Destiny made a good point when it comes to Mike, it's like if someone doesn't like Mike, there's something wrong with them. They're either gay or they have issues or, it's freaking Mike. I don't know what else to say at this point. Like, you're such a character.
Yeah, but Destiny put him in his place again.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah,
I loved that. Was my favorite part, and I know I'm skipping ahead, but that literally the fact that she was just able to defend herself. She's like, first off, thank you, it's an honor. Or what did she say?
A
She's
compliment.
like, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I did not see that coming. Yes.
Yeah, she's like, I'm talking to 3 different guys. Like, please.
he
like-
rolled his eyes like he didn't believe her.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
his
yeah,
reaction the whole time. He's such a narcissist. You are so into yourself.
I mean, the fact
man.
that he was even trying to convince Reza to like help her get outed and like that's like
he does that.
that's
I don't
too
know.
much. That's
Yeah.
just too much.
That's a low blow. Well, he does a lot of low blows whenever he doesn't get attention or he doesn't get his way on anything.
It's almost like he tries to hijack people's situations and like try to like fix them the way he thinks it needs to be fixed.
Well, I think it's his way of deflecting from his own personal
Right.
Yep.
problems.
Yes.
I
Yes.
know people like that where they don't want to like show they're doing bad in their life, so they're gonna out you in any which way or form, even if it's not true. And that to me is like the most disgusting and nastiest person that you could ever imagine. And that's like not a person that you can trust ever. You know, I don't think he's a awful person. Like I've seen way worse people in this world, but like that's like something he should definitely work on. Like Destiny said he needed to work on himself. Like work on that, Mike. Like that is a bad attribute to have. Like you will never grow. Maybe when he has kids, he'll like get over this.
maybe he keeps talking about it.
Yeah, maybe he just needs to have a kid, pop one out, and then he'll know, he'll understand, and a daughter at that. You know, a daughter at that. You know.
Yeah.
Quickly, I'll just talk about him and Reza's bromance. Do you really believe that those two have like this like bromance that they claim to have? I don't know if I necessarily believe it. Ooh, the silence. The silence speaks.
I want to say yes and I want to say no because sometimes I wonder if it's on screen like a bromance just on screen because I don't know, even on social media I don't see them like that close. Like I see Reza and MJ all the time.
Yeah,
and I
and she
can
even
feel
talked
that.
about it.
Yeah, and you can feel that like genuine connection, but when I look at Reza and Mike I still don't feel it. Like
do you think that they're maybe like holding on to like have you ever had friends that you were friends with forever and then you guys like grew apart but you're still friends just for the sake of being friends? You think it's that?
Yeah.
But then it gets to a limit.
Yeah.
Because then it just breaks apart. And then you just both accept it and then you just move on.
Yeah, I don't think they're there yet.
I don't
I don't think they'll ever be there, to be honest with you.
I think Reza still feels unappreciated by Mike. He does so much for him.
Yeah. Watching back that episode where he stands up at dinner and he's like, Mike, Reza goes off on Mike. I literally was like, God, I don't remember it being that intense. That was intense.
Yeah.
I felt that anger and that like, that's why he did that. That's why he outed him. I think he outed him because he wanted him to feel like bad because he hasn't been a good friend. He hasn't been, and I don't know, we're just seeing what we see on TV, you know what I mean? But like, that's what it seems like to me. So yeah, I'm glad that you ladies saw that too because
I just think Reza was stroking his ego and that's why he was getting so close to him and then kept on complimenting each other and it was like this whole thing that
Come give me a hug. Yeah, come here, I love you.
I love this
Mike does
man
that,
and
yeah.
da-da-da-da, and it's like
It's kind of
Chester the cat. I'm
much.
telling you, that's what he reminds me of. I'm telling you. But you guys, we are now on iTunes. We are on Spotify, or we're now on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We would love if you guys would comment, subscribe, like, and also, we're in the live feed, and you guys are always welcome to come join us. Is anybody talking in the live feed right now?
Not yet, but I know they will soon.
They will. We appreciate when you guys subscribe and like and comment, because it really helps us keep being here. And we love the shows that we work on. So I hope you guys do that for us. And we will definitely, if there's another season, we'll be back. So hopefully you guys subscribe so that you'll know that we're coming back. Right?
Yes.
So I sort of want to finish off with Destiny and Nima, I guess, because there was a lot of talk about Destiny trying to find her father, and whether her father would be watching this episode and maybe reaching out to her. I felt so much pain for her, because I felt like she has such a good heart. All she wants to know is that her father is okay, that there's nothing wrong with him. There's no I don't know. I guess she just wants to have this I don't even know, closure, or I don't really understand it. I understand it, but I don't really understand it, because I feel like if he wanted to be found, he would be found. I just feel for her, you guys.
She has there's genuine pain.
Yes.
And you can see it the minute the topic is even brought up.
She just bawls.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can feel it. You guys saw me crying.
Yeah.
I cried
Yes.
so many times.
Yes.
I can just feel it through the camera.
Yes.
She's heartbroken.
She's
She
totally
said, there's trauma
heartbroken.
from that.
Yeah.
There's some trauma from her childhood that just hasn't been dealt with.
Absolutely. I wonder, watching that, if there are any fans out there who do search people for a living. I don't know what it would be called, but
Let me
detective.
know.
A detective or something.
Looking for one.
if they've tried to maybe help her find her father, or have come across or know him or anything like that. I wonder if anybody's ever reached out to her about that. I'm super interested in finding that out. Maybe I'll reach out to her again and see if she'll answer those questions. That would be great to talk about. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is a part of her journey, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully she finds her father, because it seems to be this is the only thing that's really going to help her move forward in life.
Yeah, it seems to be the big obstacle in her life and moving forward. And I don't even think she's going to have a peaceful or good relationship with someone until she gets past that.
Yeah.
And that's why she's still dating around. And I don't think she's going to be able to settle. Just in her mind, there's so many things going on. I don't think she's going to be able to do that.
I know it's not the same thing, but it kind of reminds me of when a child goes missing and the parents I just need to know, I just need to know, I just need to know, and that's what it reminds me of. She's haunted by it, and that's why I think I feel so bad for her. And she's so lucky to have Reza as a friend, and the support that he gives, and he lends her his whole heart, and
Yeah, that's a relationship that you can really see that's very genuine, because he has been there for her every single time that she's met up with the investigator, and he cheers her up and is I'm there. I'm sure if she were to receive a call and it said your dad is here, Reza would drop everything and join her and just be a good friend.
Yes.
And everybody does need a good friend, because it's hard. I'm sure, more than sure, it was really hard for her to open up about this topic, especially opening up to the world.
The world, you guys.
I can't even imagine that.
No.
For me, opening up to a friend is a lot, and having a topic as a parental figure. And so just to open up for everything, I'm wow, that's very courageous of her, and I commend her, because it's tough. It's not easy. And you're opening up a can of worms. It's it's ever evolving.
Yeah,
you
people
feel
are
all
gonna
these
judge
emotions,
and all that stuff.
And
Absolutely.
then it's something so delicate that you want your friend or family member to really listen to you and be there for you. And majority of the time, they're just not receptive toward it.
No.
And some people just brush it off, you know?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think we live in a society now that just it's kind of oh, brush it off, you can handle it? When it's so much deeper than that.
Because a lot of people are very self-centered and they just care about themselves.
Instant gratification. That's what I get from it, because people have like, oh, well, I just go on here and you'll find this and I'll buy that, and like everybody's looking for that instant gratification of like feel like I want to feel better. I'm gonna either drink, I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna go on Instagram, I'm gonna post. I want attention. So that's why I think people are like not being taught that like you have to work through the motions of things. That life is not about instant gratification, and that's why I think people are not open to that.
So you think, because I was trying to follow you there with the instant gratification and tying it with that. So what I'm understanding is that whole instant gratification kind of numbs, basically
totally.
our ability to feel or empathize with other people.
100%.
Okay.
Because all you see
That is
is
sad.
things,
Yeah.
and you see whatever Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat, whatever you see out there is what you see, and that to you is what's real. So how can you decipher?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times too, so many people are so involved with themselves in their head that they don't listen to what you're telling them.
Yes.
When you're having
you
a
say? No,
conversation
sorry.
with something, when you're having a conversation with someone and you know that it's something serious, a lot of the times people just don't listen, and then they just go off onto something that they have in their mind, or they switch it up to themselves, you know?
Yeah.
So it's,
I've
been there. I've been there. And then as soon as that happens, I'm like, I know you're not a friend that I can trust.
Yeah.
I know I can't come up to you for these type of situations. Thank you for allowing me to know that. I'm moving on.
Which I noticed is kind of nice about this show is that no matter how much they fight, they always drop everything for each other, and they listen to each other, and they'll do anything for each other, and I like that.
Yeah, they are definitely a good example, at least from what we see, when it comes to loyalty.
Yeah.
I honestly, you guys, like when I watch how they drop everything despite what they go through, honestly, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, they do have a great camaraderie, you know? They definitely love each other.
It's special.
It's a special kind of twisted love.
I don't know how though, because I feel like they're very over dramatic.
I mean, yeah.
And us, I mean, like me as a Latino, like, oh my gosh, so over dramatic
It's
with
like
everything.
novellas
And
times
it's
10.
like, but I let it go. I'm like, peace out. But these people,
No, they don't. No. They love, and they love hard.
Like, peace
they
out.
love hard.
But I didn't really mean it. Come back.
Yeah, totally. Really quickly, so they made fun of Nima and his like Persian, like, I don't know, like transition of like trying to be
That's what I was
Persian.
thinking.
I was just gonna say, what did you think about that? Quickly.
Bullying him.
You could see that's something that really bothers him. He's
Yeah.
trying so hard.
I know.
So I'm really glad that he cleared that up with
I'm rooting
Reza,
for him, like in life.
because Reza really poked at
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
We all pretty much did.
He's hilarious. I felt bad for him in that moment. Like, that's really sensitive to him. You know what I mean? But
And he seems like a good person. Like, he seems like a genuine good person. Like, he doesn't maybe necessarily have like the best game. Sorry, Nima, if you're watching. But like, I have so much respect for him after he stuck up for his sister Mona. So, you know, I wish you guys the best. And so your favorite part really quickly? Let's talk about that special segment.
I know this is like really kind of just simple, but honestly, Gigi's reactions to everybody when they were talking her, like when the camera panned to her reactions, it just made my night. So,
mine was Destiny always sticking up for herself, defending herself, and being super confident. Love that throughout this entire season, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
That was actually my favorite part too.
Yeah.
And how she stood up to Mike and set him.
Oh yeah.
Put him in his spot.
Yes, girl.
Put him in his spot. I'm gonna have to jump on that bandwagon. Yeah, that's probably my favorite too. And also the facial expressions of Gigi and Mike.
Mike's,
Man, let me tell you, if walls could talk. So really quickly for news, basically, I'm not gonna even read it. But basically, in the news, I read that Reza and Adam are gonna go through with like selling the condo, and they're gonna actually start, looking to like have a baby with each of them with the same mother. But each of them are gonna have one child, and they want one girl and one boy, hopefully. But yeah, they're gonna go through with it.
They're gonna go through with it.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
That's great news, right? So congratulations, you guys. Like, we're so happy for you, and we hope that works out.
Season 8, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, please.
Yay,
Come back so we can come back.
Okay, so predictions for next season.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
That's so great. These are so good. Okay. So, what is your predictions for next season?
I think it's still going to be really focused, if there's a season 8, on Gigi, because that's what was really left without any closure.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to continue with Gigi's story, and I think it's probably going to be a lot about babies.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of babies, just delving into more of MJ's pregnancy and then them having the baby, and just us getting to see MJ's journey through motherhood.
Yeah, I predict a lot of babies. I think Reza is definitely going to be in that process with MJ, and I think Destiny will definitely fall in love, and we'll see a different side to her. And if we don't see her fall in love, can we at least see you go on dates? Like, I just want to see your dates.
Can I say something real quick? I'm sorry. I was kind of hoping Destiny was a lesbian.
You interested, Karen?
No.
I'm sorry.
You just want it to be right.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Shorty swing my way. Okay. I'm gonna say the same thing. Babies. Yeah, I think it's gonna be all about babies. Maybe Mike will have one. Maybe Gigi's gonna have hers. MJ's definitely
Dania
gonna
will
have
one.
Yes,
yeah. She's the only one with a ring on her finger. So.
Well, this was a wonderful season. I'm so glad that we were able to have this season with you ladies.
It was a great season.
And I'm gonna miss this panel, but I guess this is it for Shahs of Sunset season finale.
Stop. Like, stop. Like, I was about to hug her.
No, I'm super emotional too. Don't get me started.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll make
so
fun of y'all.
emotional.
But anyways, please. Yeah. See, that's love right there. Tell everybody where they can find you, lovely ladies.
Okay, you guys, it's your girl Nycole. I'm gonna miss you guys. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @TheRealNycole, and that's Nycole with the Y.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a great season. You can find me on all social media at DaniaMarie9.
Thank you all so much for watching this season and joining us in our conversation. My name is Mayte Carrillo. You can find me everywhere at This Is Mayte.
And I am your host, Cristal McLaughlin. You can find me and my clumsy self on all social media at Cristal823. That's with an I, not with a Y. And also, me and Mayte are on Will and Grace on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, and we will be doing Southern Charm when that comes back in season. Yes. So I hope you guys tune into that.
I can't wait.
Yes, we cannot wait. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in and commenting and just being a part of our lives. We really appreciate it. Until next season.
Bye.
See you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.